Hi friends, it's Cheryl from the Lifestyle Digs coming to you again from the porch swing on my sun deck. And today I have another book review. I've been reading a lot of books lately and I just haven't been getting around to doing a video review of them. But just to keep you updated on the pandemic, where everything is at in British Columbia right now, it's May 24th today. And as you can see, I still don't have my hair done. You know, my bangs are just like totally in my eyes because they haven't been cut since March or the end of February. I can't remember when I was last in. Um, Hairdressers and salons did open up this past week in British Columbia, and so far I haven't gone. I go to Great Clips. I have a really great hairdresser there named Nancy. I've been seeing her for many years, and I have the app on my phone so you can check in online with Great Clips. And there's been like a 2 to 3 hour wait at every Great Clips in the in my whole area. So and today they're closed. I'm not sure why they're closed. Maybe to give the hairdressers a little bit of a break. But Great Clips is operating at shorter hours and they have really long waits. And the other really odd thing is normally that's why you have the Great Clips app on your phone so you can check in online, but it's saying right now for Cloverdale walk-ins only. So I'm not really quite sure how that works because you don't you think they wouldn't want to have so many people hanging around, especially if they're hanging around for 2 or 3 hours. But anyway, today I'm here to do a book review on a book that I recently finished reading. It's called Double Fudge and Danger. I was almost going to say murder. Double Fudge and Danger. And it is book 3 in the Cambria Klein Mysteries. And it is written by author Aaron Huss. Now, this is book 3. I've read the first 2 in the series, and they all have names to do with ice cream flavors. The lead character, Cambria, it's a cozy mystery, of course. That's pretty much all I read. Anyway, Cambria has just landed a job as an apartment manager, and it seems like a pretty nice apartment in Los Angeles. It's got a few different buildings on the grounds, and there's a swimming pool. But I think it does tend to be kind of a lower rental income type of place, even though right next door is a very high-end $4,000 a month type of apartment. The one that Cambria is managing is much lower rent. She's a single mother. She has a 3-year-old daughter, really adorable little girl, and there's just a whole apartment full of quirky characters. So it's really a lot of fun to read. I was hooked from the first book, and this one I actually got for free. The author, Erin Huss, I follow her on Instagram, and I'm not on Instagram very often, but I get a newsletter from her. So she probably gave us a heads up in the newsletter that she was having a contest, and the winners would get a free ebook. And I was one of the winners, but because I don't go onto Instagram that often, it took me over a month to figure out that I was one of the winners. So I contacted Erin and I said, "Hey, am I too late to claim a prize?" And it was your choice of any of her ebooks. So I chose book 3, Double Fudge and Danger. The other books are had to do with French vanilla ice cream, and the second book, Rocky Road, I think. I have to go back and double check my ice cream flavors. Anyway, in this book, uh, Cambria is watching a dance show on TV, one of those Dancing with the Stars type of shows. One of her friends is appearing on it, and she gets a phone call. And it's on her emergency line, and so she answers it. But it turns out to be a lady who lives in the high-end apartment next door. And she says, "Hey, there's water flooding down from the apartment above." And Cambria says, "Well, not my problem. That building is privately owned. The management company I work for does not manage that building. Have you contacted? I can't remember the name, but she said the name of the apartment manager." She says, "Yeah, she's not answering her phone, and she's not answering her door, and blah 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 blah." And she says, "Well, we'll try the maintenance guy. It's not my problem, basically." And about an hour or so later, the same lady phones back again on the emergency line. She says, "Hey, it's just still cascading in from the water from upstairs. It's just leaking. It's ruining my stuff, and I still can't get hold of the manager. She's not answering her phone." So Cambria says, "Oh, great." She says, okay, well, I'll come over and see what I can do because in the second phone call, the lady in the apartment now says, well, the apartment where the leak's coming from, that is the building manager's apartment, so there's obviously some kind of problem. So Cambie arrives at that apartment at the same time that the building maintenance guy comes in. He has a master key, so they get in. There's nobody there. The bathtub is over flooding, so and the tap won't turn off. But the maintenance guy bashes in the tile wall behind the bathtub, and there's a shut off switch back there. So he gets the water stopped anyway. He's got a shop vac, and he's getting to work. But the problem is where has the apartment manager gone? Because her cell phone and her purse and her keys, everything's sitting in the kitchen. And so thus comes a mystery. And though Cambie's not too much on it, she's trying to help the assistant apartment manager a bit, because who's called her for assistance, because the assistant apparently does not know how to operate the computer. She doesn't know anything about the filing system. She's just totally clueless. Her job apparently just seems to be to stock the fridge. So anyway, it turns out that the missing apartment manager, is found dead in one of the empty apartments in Cambria's apartment building. So now, she's trying to now solve the mystery of what's going on. But it's one of these really quirky books. I really recommend it. I think they go for about $5 on Amazon Kindle. Sometimes you might be able to catch one of her novels. They go on sale from time to time at 99 or $2.99. I can't remember, but they're definitely worth it at the full price. And so I'm going to buy the next one in the series, because book 4 is, and I think maybe 5 is out or close to being released. And I really enjoyed it. Fun. You can go to Amazon Kindle. There's a sneak peek. You can read a little bit, see if it's your kind of thing. I'd say the only thing that kind of troubles me at all in these novels is Cambria's daughter. The 3-year-old daughter, really real little cutie, but she seems really mature for a 3-year-old. Like if how she talks and acts, I could see a 5-year-old, but it just seems to be pushing it for a 3-year-old. She just seems like a really mature 3-year-old. And the father, it was a kind of like a one-night stand with Cambria. He's a lawyer, one of those public defender type lawyers, so he doesn't really have a lot of money, but he does seem to be very much in the picture. He shows up a lot. They have a good parenting relationship. Cambria also has a boyfriend, so there's always kind of like the standoff between these two guys, whenever they both show up at the same time. But there you go, Double Fudge and Danger. Enjoy it with a scoop of ice cream, but it's definitely a really fun little novel to read. If you sign up for Erin Huss's mailing list, she also sends you a free short novel about her excuses and stories of when she, the author was a former apartment manager herself, so she draws on her own experience to come up with some really funny situations for Cambria Klein to get into. So I hope you pick this one up. I'll drop a link in the description below, and thanks for listening today. And Cheryl from Lifestyle Digs saying bye, everyone.